Friday Hoops up next. One of the premier combo guards in the league, Gilbert Arenas and the Washington Wizards go up against the Charlotte Bobcats and their versatile small forward, Gerald Wallace. Wizards, Bobcats, up next.
We've got the Washington Wizards taking on the Charlotte Bobcats. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, our analyst. We're proud to bring you the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now Washington's starting group. Rodgers and McGee up front. John Wall and Gilbert Arenas pairing up in the backcourt. And Young. And for the Bobcats, Jackson teams with Wallace on the perimeter. Kwame Brown is out there with Boris Diaw and Livingston. The Wizards struggled last year, but they really struggled within their own division.
And their division is no cakewalk, partner. I mean, that being considered, when you go 3-13 against teams that you play 4 times, I mean, you're in big trouble when that happens.
Here's Wall. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, Steven Jackson set a franchise record for the Charlotte Bobcats with 43 points in a win over the Houston Rockets. Asked about his play, Larry Brown said, "I love guys that care about winning and care about their teammates. I think he's underrated in every area. He's as bright as anyone I've ever coached. You ask anyone in the league, Steven is an elite player." High praise from a Hall of Fame coach who's had his share of great ones in the NBA. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And the best is good. Here's Wall. He dumps it off. Here's Arenas. And again, Washington with the triple. And so here is Charlotte. 4-point game. Launches it. Rebounded by Arenas. Thinking about Gilbert Arenas, he said he'd made a conscious decision prior to last year to avoid the media and let his play do the talking.
Well, Kevin, it didn't quite work out that way now, did it?
Nope,
it
sure
was
didn't.
a really hard and difficult lesson for Arenas. I hope he learned it.
Just 5 to shoot. Shots good from Young.
Nice feed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
And the Bobcats have it. Here's Diaw. It's in for 3. Here's Wall. Right around, 3 minutes left in the first. Jackson against Arenas. And again, Washington with the triple. Clark, back to Arenas. It's been a tough stretch for him even before the legal troubles. He'd been fighting his way back from a career-threatening knee injury.
Yeah, and that's always frustrating for a player, especially like Arenas, because quickness and explosiveness is such a huge part of who he is and what he does.
Here's Wall. Steven Jackson making his last shot. Now Wall. Young with the ball. Again, the Wizards score.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Diaw, the screen. Now Brown. McGee's there. Here's Brown. And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more. And making a change here, the Wizards. He's checked in.
Going to the line, Kwame Brown.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. You know, Clark, the Wizards had a great road team last year, just 11 wins away from the nation's capital.
But, Kevin, from where they were the year before, I mean, when they only won 6 on the road, I mean, that's a 100% increase just about, so they'll take that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yeah, I had a chance to speak with Coach Larry Brown. The thing to be aware of, he said, is that they're facing a team stocked with excellent shot blockers. So he's hoping to be able to open things up on the inside by having some early success shooting the basketball. Let's watch.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
On the road troubles, do you think they'll snap out of it this season?
That's one of the toughest things to get corrected when you're trying to build a winning team, is what goes on the road. So it won't be easy because they're young, but adding some talent and some depth should give them a chance to start moving towards winning on the road.
Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for the Bobcats. Henderson comes in for Steven Jackson. And Charlotte has possession. They trail by 3. Diaw, the screen. Wallace against Young. From about 16, again the Bobcats score.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get his shot, Kevin, right there from mid-range.
The Wizards with the lead. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Washington making some changes. Josh Howard, he's checked in for Young. And it's Heinrich in for Gilbert Arenas.
On the court right now. Go on and give it up for your mascot. Keep it going, fans. One more time, give it up for your dance team.
Here is Heinrich. And here's Wall. Now Yee. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
Yes. First personal foul, team first. At the line for the Wizards, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so here is Charlotte. It's a 3-point game. Here's Livingston. Again, the Bobcats score.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
Here's Howard. And off the glass as he lays that one up and in. Howard's got his first points in this one. Bobcats trail by 3. Wallace with the ball. Wallace right side. Bobcats turn it over.
Sometimes you just don't connect. They can't dwell on it. They got to move on and just D up and get it back.
Substitution. Juan Brown, Derek Gray, DJ Augustine.
Here's Wall. 1 second left. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. DJ Augustine picks one up.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
John Wall, taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. First quarter over, and big numbers up on the board.
16.
It's the Wizards. They lead by 5.
They're making the extra pass and finding guys for open looks. I love the discipline they've shown in their offense so far.
And we'll return momentarily. And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here's Augustine. Watching Charlotte, their front court was pretty rough last season, aside from the impressive year from Nazir Muhammad. Tyson Chandler and Boris Diaw both struggled mightily.
Yeah, they did, and that's part of the reason I think this team struggled on the road, Kevin. Just no consistency from the front line, and it always seemed to be a patchwork job in that particular area of the floor.
So with Arenas on the bench, here's the 5 for Flip Saunders right now.
Going to the
Josh Howard and Andre Blatch at the forward slots.
Kwame Brown.
Nick Young is out there with Heinrich and Armstrong. And he makes the free throw. Back to their front court issues, Clark. How much are they kicking themselves for not drafting Brook Lopez?
Well, you can't go back, but clearly he would have made a huge difference with his ability to score the ball. A lot of teams are kicking themselves on that one, but he definitely would have helped the Charlotte Bobcats.
Armstrong with it. He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 2. With 1 second left, Young's shot is off. DJ Augustine had a promising rookie year, but he regressed, Clark, don't you think, in his second season?
Yeah, he may have taken a step back, but I didn't see their team enough to know why. Sometimes it's just a matter of a second-year player going through the hard knocks of developing in the league. I think Larry Brown perhaps got down on him a little bit, and that never helps with a young player, particularly a point guard, and maybe he put a lot of pressure on himself. But I think this kid will be fine. He'll be fine going forward.
For the Wizards, McGee's checked in, and Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Nick Young. And so here is Charlotte. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Livingston, and sinks it from 3. He's got 7.
Why anyone would want to leave this guy alone deep is beyond me.
Here's Wall. And he makes the basket. So 1 free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting for Washington.
And no problem at the line here for the 3-point play.
Kevin, when you think about John Wall, it seems like I'm saying this every year, but here's another explosive point guard. He's got all of that.
He gets him off balance.
Yep.
Backing him down, Thomas. Easy shot. Again, the Bobcats score.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
5 points in the game.
Thomas.
Outside Arenas. Here's Howard. And the bucket is good. Now he'll get a trip to the stripe. A 3-point play opportunity. Yeah, talking about those great point guards, you talk about Rose. He was Rookie of the Year with Chicago. Tyreek Evans, Rookie of the Year with Sacramento. And now John Wall.
Kevin, I'd say he's more in the vein of Rose, perhaps. Explosive, more of a creator than Evans. Certainly a vocal leader, and maybe farther along than both at understanding how to be a true point guard.
Oh, well said, Clark. And the Bobcats have it. They trail by 3. Brown down low. McGee's there. Brown, good. Brown's got 8 points.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Not a memorable debut for the Bobcats in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Getting swept is no fun, but it wasn't like they were playing a pushover team in the Orlando Magic. I mean, they were defending Eastern Conference champions, so they had their hands full, and it showed. That was his to make, but he let the defense bother him. Can't do that on those lay-ins. You got to concentrate and finish.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. But with the Bobcats making the playoffs, definitely something to build on.
You have to crawl before you walk and walk before you run. Yeah, it's better than not making the postseason at all. No doubt about that, Kevin. They definitely took some big steps last year, and they'll hope to continue that success this season.
Now they become the hunted and not the hunter.
There you go.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bobcats. Nazir Muhammad's checked in for Brown. Diao comes in for Tyrus Thomas. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Shaun Livingston. The Wizards making a switch here.
The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
He dishes it. Arenas against Jackson. Connects from in close. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Effortless, soft layup. Nice play.
Here's Young. Here's E. Kept alive. Blatch kicks it over to Arenas. Laces one from three. Arenas has got 9.
I tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
And the basket by Jackson. Washington calls timeout. So for the Bobcats, Derek Brown, he's checked in for Wallace. And it's Livingston in for Augustine. Then for the Wizards, McGee's checked in, and John Wall's subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Here's Wall. He has 5. Thinking back to some of Jackson's quotes, he once said he thinks he's just as good as Kobe Bryant. What do you think of that, Clark?
Well, that might be a bit of a stretch, partner. He is a terrific all-around player, though, and he has no fear of going against anybody in the league. I do know that.
Here's Yee over Diao. And again, Washington, no good.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed. That's unselfish team basketball right there, Kevin.
Here's Wall, trailing by 2. And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Jackson. 8 points for him. Now Muhammad. Open look. The shot misses. And Washington will go the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here's Young. With the teardrop. And that's good. Laying it in. He's got 13.
What an acrobatic finish. I love the dunk, but you got to give it up for that kind of layup.
Jackson backs in. With the fadeaway, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
It's a tie game in Charlotte. Back in a moment from Charlotte.
It looks like we made it to another Friday. Time now for the halftime breakdown presented by HP. The Bobcats have been plugging away. They've been getting good looks inside and knocking them down. Phenomenal efficiency. No trouble for Stack Jack against the Wizards' D. No surprise, we all know he can score. On the other side, the Wizards looking pretty solid as well. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. We've seen Gilbert Arenas. He's having a superb game. He's got 9 points and has added a couple assists in this one, too. Some very impressive basketball being played by these two in today's game. They'll want to keep it going in the second. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll get you back out now to Time Warner Cable Arena.
Well, it's been a tight game as we enter the second half. Both teams going at it. And the Bobcats have it. So how fortunate are the Wizards to have landed the #1 overall pick in the offseason?
Well, they picked a nice year to be lucky in that regard, Kevin. I mean, Wall is just the kind of player that I think can take Washington and the NBA by storm and get this franchise back on track.
Wallace and Diao are the forwards. Shaun Livingston and Steven Jackson at the 1 and 2. And Brown. That's the starting group in the second half for Larry Brown. Dumps it off. And again, Charlotte with the triple. And with Wall, as you mentioned, the Wizards have an opportunity to turn things around pretty quickly.
Well, you get a player like that, I mean, you can start to rebuild rather rapidly and get things accelerated on the path to being a competitive team.
Shots good from Young.
Boy, that was a sweet shot to get those points back. He virtually erased that three they just gave up.
Diao can't hit. And here's Wall. He's got 5. Watch with it. Over Diao. And Washington again with the bucket.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
You talk about an impact player coming into the NBA, Clark. What about John Wall?
I think he will be. Again, he's got all of the tools you want in a dynamic, charismatic, franchise-type player. Speed and an understanding of how to run the point guard position, which is invaluable.
Here's Wall. About 3.5 minutes left in the third. Here's Young. Here's McGee, and finished off with a two-hand slam.
This is one of the NBA's most skilled finishers, and it's not hard to tell why.
Well, he is one hard man for a defense to deal with. That was the Sprite Slam Cam moments ago. Highlight real action right here. Here's Wallace, laid in softly off the glass. Wallace has got 6 points. Here's Wall. Deflects the pass. It's taken away by Wallace. And Charlotte has possession. Fires the 3. The rebound by Young.
Hey, he can hit from that range. I think he missed that one, but the defense is going to want to tighten up on him out there.
He's guarded by Diao.
I was starting to wonder if they'd ever miss one. What a great start to this third quarter.
Easy shot. No good. And Washington will go the other way. Here's Young. Gerald Wallace grabs the miss. And here's Charlotte. Pass to Jackson. Gilbert Arenas covering. Arenas against Jackson. It's tipped. Lee, and he's checked in for Washington. Here's Wallace. He has 6. Good, and it's Diao with the assist that time. Wallace has got 9. Wizards trail by 3. Bobcats are a better than 500 team, Clark, against the East, similar to their overall record.
And the steps they took, Kevin, were the difference in their record. They really were able to hold their own in the conference. That's why they made the playoffs.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 10.
Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella. What about the setup? I mean, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes.
Well, putting it up there soft and throwing it down hard. And here's Wall. 5 points in the game. Here's Young. Can't put an end to the scoring drought.
Well, Kevin, they've been fighting it out for the rebounds here, so far it's an even match in that area.
And that's right, Clark. Evenly matched rebounding and a close game to show for it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. I think as we get deeper into this game, the battle under the basket, which team can control the glass will be a real determining factor.
So it's Washington now. The Bobcats making the shot. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. For the Bobcats, Muhammad comes in for Kwame Brown. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Shaun Livingston. The Wizards also changing it up. McGee's checked in, and it's Howard in for Gilbert Arenas. Charlotte on D. 7-point differential. Gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line.
That's a good call by the referee. There was definitely some contact on the release of the shot.
McGee. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty, missing both. And it's the Bobcats' ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And the basket by Jackson.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here. Bit by bit, just trying to pull away.
Now here's Heinrich. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Here's Blatch. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in.
Boy, the offense was firing on all cylinders that time.
Here's Muhammad. Heinrich with the steal. Wizards trail by 7. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Young. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. He's got 18.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
Jackson working against Young. Shoots it up. And again, Steven Jackson. Jackson's got 14 points for the game.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
Some great basketball so far as we end the third quarter.
Jackson doing all kinds of things. He has 14 points and 1 rebound. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
Bobcats lead by 5. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. And it's the Bobcats with the Spark Award for the stretch they put together. They made their move in the third quarter with their great defense propelling them on an impressive run, gentlemen.
And thank you, Doris. That run was a defining moment for sure.
Yep, that's exactly when it all came together.
Here's Heinrich. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Blatch and McGee up front. There with Arenas and Howard. Over Brown. Tipped. Here's Blatch. And good as the rebound pays off there. And the Bobcats have it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Diaw, the screen. Livingston guarded by Heinrich. Now Henderson. 5 on the clock. Here's Brown. Josh Howard grabs the board. Wizards trail by 3. Now here's Heinrich. Howard kicks to McGee. Drains it from short range.
Wow, it's been all offense all game. Everybody's got the hot hand.
Brown with a screen on Arenas. Back to Brown. Fouled as he went in for the jam. The D saved the dunk, and he'll shoot free throws.
That's a savvy foul. You save a dunk and send a poor free throw shooter to the line.
Kwame Brown.
That one is off for the Bobcats. Tyrus Thomas is checked in for Diaw. Wallace comes in for McGuire. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Shaun Livingston. The Wizards making a switch here. And he's good on the second.
In a game this close, you need to knock all your free throws down. Now they've got to come up with a defensive stop.
Now Wall. Pass to Howard. To tie it up. Shot's good from Young. He's got 22.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Augustine with it. Back to Brown. McGee's there. Here's Brown. Fades back. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his third person. The team's second. Going to the line. Kwame Brown.
first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Wall. Just over 3 minutes left in the fourth. Pass to Howard. It's blocked over Wallace. It stays here. Here's Wall. Dumps it off to take the lead.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Thomas, a screen on Howard. And here's Augustine. Thomas, a screen. Off the screen, up high and down hard.
That's how you do it. That was a nice setup. I mean, the pick was in the right place, right where it should have been.
Followed the strategy that is mapped out on the sideline. Those timeouts mean a lot for these guys.
They do.
Here's Howard, kept alive. Here's Booker, blocked. Bobcats leading by 4. Pass to Wallace. Lets loose for 3. The rebound by Young. We've seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
That's exactly the way to play. The fans love it. It's fun for the players. I love it. And more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Wallace gets a hand on it.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Got a piece of it.
There's another giveaway for him now, and you know he didn't have a single turnover in the first half.
Ball off the backboard and in. And the Bobcats call time here. They're up by 2. 1:46 left in the game. Charlotte making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Thomas. Jackson comes in for Gerald Henderson. And it's Livingston in for Augustine. Andre Blatch, he's checked in for Washington. Arenas comes in for Josh Howard. And the Bobcats have it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jackson backs him down, takes it up, and he drops it in on the layup.
What a nice move down there. With his excellent post game, he makes scoring look so easy and close.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. He told them, hey, why not keep taking those threes? We're hitting them. If they're not going to close out on us, let's make them pay. Players love that green light, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Pass to Arenas. Blatch. A missed 3.
The defense hasn't let him get too many clean looks in this game. He's having trouble getting it done at the offensive end here, and I think you've got to credit the defense.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Livingston. Again, the Bobcats score.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks. We're under a minute, and it's not looking very good for them right now.
Jackson against Young. Less than 1 minute left. Grips it down.
Well, he's lighting it up, and that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. 48 seconds left to the fourth. Here is Arenas. All with it. And here's Young. Gets the bucket from 20 feet away. 24 points for him.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
And there's the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Team's turn.
The Bobcats with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin. The 3. Jackson misses. This is a crucial possession for him. A lot at stake here. Pass to Arenas. And the rebound goes to Jackson.
This is the foul call. John Wall. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Bobcats, shooting two, Steven Jackson.
It's the first that makes it a 7-point lead. Perfect from the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Washington calls timeout. They're losing by 8. 19 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
They're going to talk strategy or perhaps what's on the dinner menu tonight, because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Charlotte ball.
Here's Jackson. Here's Diao. Uncovered. Kept alive. Backing down is Wallace. So it's Charlotte picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Steven Jackson.